The greatest nation on earth, America. We have the most amazing people that put their faith and this nation above all. The American Frontline podcast has special guests such as our military, first responders, and local elected officials to speak about how they continue to support the nation we all love and live in. Welcome to the American Frontline podcast with TJ Falah, proudly sponsored by firenews.com. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. And I say evening because this is the first time I'm recording a show at night. This is the American Frontline podcast. I'm your host, TJ Falah. I want to say that we have a new sponsor hopping on board. It's going to be Ladder CAD Dispatch System. So if you're in a fire or EMS agency, check them out. I think that they're a really good company, and it's good to give them some positive feedback. I think that I know the guy that runs it, and he does a fantastic job. Really good. So let's introduce our guest for the night. This is going to be our 6th episode. It is going to be Tim Nigro, the man that wears many different hats, and he's also the author of Central Bank Digital Currencies. Welcome, sir.
Thank you for having me, sir. Happy to be here. Big fan of the show.
Absolutely.
I can't wait to see where it goes.
And you know what's funny? This is actually Tim's studio too, because he has his own podcast.
Yeah, that's right. With central bank digital currencies, cryptocurrencies, kind of my thing. So I was in here recording an episode, and we'll see where it goes.
It's absolutely fantastic. Well, dude, so why don't you tell me about your book, Central Bank Digital Currencies?
Yeah. So I wrote this book in college for Siena College. That's where I went to. Now it's a university. So now I tell everyone I sound old because they switched from a college to university. So I graduated when it was a college.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, I did a thesis on central bank digital currencies, and it's the digital currencies that will come from the national bank. So think like a digital dollar. They're relatively new. You know, I talk a little bit about like how they started off. And I did this book signing, so thank you, TJ, for being there.
Oh yeah,
Very
of course. I went to his book
here.
signing the other day, and it was great. Great turnout, and honestly, and Theodore's books in Oyster Bay was awesome because you know, obviously, we know about Sagamore. Like, it's just fantastic.
Yeah, no, it's a great place. And yeah, no, I was very happy to do the event there. It's a cute little bookstore.
Yeah,
it's one of the. I think it's the only bookstore in Oyster Bay.
Wow.
So it's a great place. But I did this thesis, and I said, if I'm going to do a thesis, might as well make it cool. Might as well put it into like a book format. So that's where this bad boy came in. So I put it together. It was, reviewed by the thesis committee at Siena College, at the Honors College there. A lot of doctors. I had a judge on my review board, so to speak. And it was put out, published at the school. Then I self-published on Amazon. And it's talking about the future of money. And there's some scary stuff. There's some really scary stuff with it.
Yeah, so tell me a little bit. So for anybody watching that doesn't know too much about the book itself, like what central bank digital currencies is, just explain that a little bit.
Yeah, so we all know like digital currencies as it is now, kind of like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin, right? So all of these currencies, they're digital. They're not backed on anything. They're backed on trust. And I talk a little bit about that. It got me thinking of like, what is currency, right? So like a dollar bill, what's that backed on? You know, we're off the gold standard. It's just backed on trust. We all say it's a dollar. And also the might of the American military, which is a force to be reckoned with, right? So, but anyway, central bank digital currencies will be the digital currencies that come from central banks. So the Federal Reserve issuing a digital currency. And right now there's two. There's one in the Bahamas and there's one in China. And, depending on the form of government, and whether or not they value civil liberties, they can turn it off, add expiration dates on money, limit your savings. So it's very scary. But it's also really cool because it makes trade faster. It makes the dollar divisible up to like over 100 decimal points, which is super cool. Wow. So I know the penny's gone. So now you can get like 1/100th of a penny, maybe.
And what did you say the other day at your book signing? You said it first.
Oh, I think the nickel will be next. Inflation's coming for the nickel.
Look at Anthony nodded over there. He's like,
I think the nickel's next. You know, I think just the way the inflation's going, right? Think about it. And it's kind of funny. I mean, it's also, in all seriousness, it's not funny. But, But think about it. The penny went because it costs too much to make a penny. It
Yeah.
was 3 cents to make 1 penny. So they got rid of it. I mean, I think, that's a smart thing to do. But then, what's next? I mean, 5 cents. I mean,
Yeah.
the penny was 3. Yeah. I think the nickel is probably like 7.
Yeah, the nickel will definitely go next, if anything.
So, I mean, if we wanted to keep the ledger balanced, we'd have to print pennies again to make up the difference.
You know what? We have so many anyway. We have so many pennies, so many nickels. I mean, soon they're gonna start rounding up soon. I think at this point, they might.
That's right.
But yeah, listen, dude, this is awesome. This entire book.
Yeah.
I started. So it's funny. I actually do have. I don't know why I told you I didn't have it. I do have a copy at home, and I started looking through it the other day. I started reading it a little bit, and it's a good read. It's a really good read. And it's very informative. If you don't have a copy of this book, I strongly suggest you get this book, especially from this guy here.
Yeah,
because he really is. He's a fantastic author. So you know what, too? You also work for Frez.
Yeah, I work for Suffolk County Fire Rescue and Emergency Services.
And what do you do for them?
So I'm the community relations assistant to the commissioner. So the current commissioner is Rudy Sunderman. He's a great guy. And he really took Frez to a next level, kind of, just taking it to that next step of excellence with the county executive, Ed Romaine. That's where he came under. But yeah, no, I'm happy to work there. I do the photography. I do the videos. I help out with the press releases. And I do the social media too. So
anytime you look at Frez's Instagram, Facebook, it's this guy right here. Yeah, and he does a really, really good job. I think I see the posts all the time.
Yeah,
and it's so funny. So when I first met you, I had I think I met you probably maybe like 8 months ago now. It was over the summer. Yep. It was over the summer at headquarters. But I whatchamacallit? You told me you did the social media. I go, get out of here. I'm like, I always wondered who did the social media. And then I found out that it was you. I was like, oh, there's no way.
It's definitely a group effort. It's there's a few people that share their ideas, and we put it up. And right now we got a big winter storm coming, so social media is really pushing out, and we're trying to keep people informed. It's a great medium to do that.
So what have you seen them essentially talk about with preparing for the storm? I mean, this is going to be released after the storm, so you kind of talk about. I can warn you guys all I want about what you should not do during the storm. If you don't have anywhere to go, I suggest you stay home. But tell me what you have seen and like what you think is the best way to prepare for the storm that's coming up.
Yeah. So. Kind of like the essentials, make sure you fuel up your cars, make sure you charge up your electronic devices. God forbid, electric goes out. And if the power does go out, generator safety is like a big thing too. Carbon monoxide poisoning is very real and deadly. I'm sure my brother's seen it over in Ronkonkoma Fire Department. And I'm sure you've seen it, right?
Yeah.
Probably.
Oh, many
South
instances.
Country.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's a scary thing, but a little preparation goes a long way. Dress in loose, warmly fitting clothing, and just if you don't have to travel, don't go out. That's just the main thing. And if you're shoveling, take breaks, because I didn't know that the cardiac arrest for men. Shoveling is super high. Yeah,
a lot of physical exertion goes into it, and you see a lot of elderly shoveling. That's why typically with the ambulance company, we like to go out. If for some reason I'm driving in the plow truck, or like one of my other colleagues is driving in the plow truck, and we see the elderly shoveling their driveways, we literally just say, go inside, relax. We take the plow, pull everything out,
That's awesome.
Get it out of the way.
Yeah, no, it's super
that's the best thing to do. And if you're young and you're out there and you see an elderly person, I don't even know if we're 10 minutes in it, because once we're 10 minutes in the pants of that camera, I don't even know which one to look at. But if you see somebody out there that's having a hard time, elderly or something like that, always give them a hand. Always give them a hand. But
no, definitely check on your neighbors. Goes a long way.
Yeah,
just shoot them a text or give them a call. In different parts of the world too. I mean, that's a daily thing.
Oh yeah,
I didn't know that too. Out in China. The leading app right now on the App Store is this "Are You Alive" app.
Really?
I kid you not. It's literally called. If you look it up, it's like "I'm Not Dead," and I know it's kind of like humorous, but it's like a real thing for for people. It's literally just a green button you hit, and it tells your family members you're fine.
That's actually really smart.
It's the #1 app on the Chinese App Store.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's actually really smart.
It's just like a weird tidbit.
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, this storm, I mean, a lot of different things can happen. I mean, obviously, so this we're going to be posting the show on Tuesday, so it's going to be posted after the storm. So I pray that all of you were safe out there, past tense. But it's important, especially if we have future snowstorms, to make sure that, like you said, generator safety. I can't tell you the amount of times that I've seen people get poisoning because they don't. I would say take proper precautions with their generators, and they end up inhaling the fumes.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've had we had an MCI in Mastic quite a few years ago, where we had a lot of patients that we had to take care of because of an incident like that. That was on the news. But everybody really needs to be safe out there, especially like with what you said. If you don't need to be out, stay home. Stay home, because people need to plow the roads. Salt needs to get laid out, and first responders need to get where they need to get safely.
I was gonna say you gotta get out there.
Yeah, I'm gonna be working all day tomorrow.
Yeah,
and
it's important work though.
No, it is. It is, and it's really good that we have a great town behind us that makes sure that the roads are clear. Especially with salt. I mean, I saw them laying out salt and sand tonight, which is really good.
Yeah, DPW too is for the county.
Yeah,
just everywhere.
Yeah,
they do a great job over there, and
they are really killing it, and they're doing a really good job. But yeah, be safe with the snowstorm. Anything else you want to toss in there about the snowstorm?
I'd probably say just from a Fred standpoint, Suffolk County Fire Rescue Emergency Services, right? I just think the folks over there. I kind of ask the guys in the EOC, so the Emergency Operations Center. I kind of ask them, like, what do you think? Because those are the experts. Like, it's really amazing. Before I went to Frez, I didn't know anything about it, and I applied for the job for social media and public relations. That's kind of what it was. So I put my resume in for that. But before getting there, I knew nothing about the organization or the department, and that's why it's so, like, you don't realize, all the stuff that goes behind it.
Yeah.
And it was really interesting to see day by day. So happy to be a part of it.
Yeah, you are a part of a great organization. I mean, all the ambulance companies and fire departments on the island, for the most part, minus the, I should say in Suffolk County, minus the Eastern divisions that dispatch themselves, go through Frez.
Yeah.
And the 911 system obviously goes to police headquarters, and then you guys also answer the phone as well, medical and fire.
Yeah, the folks in the dispatcher's office. Yeah.
It really is a great profession that you're in, and I think that it's going to be really good.
So is it for you too?
Yeah. I think that Frez is going to be really good for you, though.
Thanks, man.
So let's talk about your new podcast and what exactly you talk about on there, and what the end goal is for you with this.
So I did one episode. I didn't even put it out yet. But I did like a political podcast too.
Yeah.
Kind of just like telling people about government, because I was political science in school. So I made like short videos for that. So I'll probably just make short videos for that. But as far as the central bank digital currency, I kind of did that. So I'm looking into digital currencies and how they affect or will affect their life. Like, to me, it's a super exciting time for it. And I think it's the future. I think cash is going to die eventually.
Honestly, with the way that everything's going, I mean, look at our phones. Our phones, literally, we can.
Well,
pay
everyone just like Apple Pay.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Apple
like,
Pay.
I think like if you're on a drive-through, it's unless you're behind me, you will never see someone use cash. You ever notice that?
Yeah, it's
They're always
true.
just like card big. It's just so.
When I was young, I used to have a wallet full of cash because I didn't have a card or anything like that. I didn't have a bank. I don't know why. It was so dumb.
Why
I was
not?
so young, and I used to just carry all of my cash in
Lots
my
of
wallet.
cash.
No, I kid you not. And I felt so stupid after a while. I was like, oh my gosh.
TJ would have a guy. He'd bring his guy in. Come here. Put it on down. Opens up the briefcase. Let's see. What do we got?
I kid you not, dude. I don't know why I did that. And
he's 13 years old. He's buying a Lego set. Open it up.
Yeah,
Bring him in.
He hit the nail on the head with the Lego sets. I love Legos. Legos are my favorite thing.
Hey, maybe they'll be a sponsor.
Oh yeah.
Lego.
If you're listening, we need you on. We need you on, Lego.
I love Lego.
Oh yeah.
Dude, you gotta come over to my house and see all the Lego sets.
Oh my
Dude,
gosh.
at my house I got the Capitol set.
Oh really?
And then the White House.
So
that's
I
one of
wanted
my
to get
room, the
those.
two.
Yeah, those are architecture sets, right?
Yeah, and before, because the Trump administration got rid of the East Wing.
Yeah.
So before that. So now I'm like, it's going to go up in value.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? I got the East Wing before it expanded and changed. So.
That's so awesome. Yeah, dude, I have a den, and then I have a top shelf. There's a picture of it on Facebook somewhere, but I'll show you. I literally have a top shelf. It's Titanic. Mid shelf, I have the lunar module, and then like the Concorde and like an airline section. Yeah. And then over here, I like memorized it. And like over here, I have like a village set up, and then I have like an F-14 Tomcat that I built because Grumman's huge for me.
We gotta get you like an ambulance one, or like maybe you as like a minifigure, you as for the podcast.
Yeah,
come on, man.
He just hit the nail on the head. This is really good. It's really good. He hit the nail on the head.
Bring it up.
Yeah, no, that's actually a really good idea.
Get yourself a TJ.
Yeah, that's and
we'll
then
put it on your store, man.
There's a new set coming out too, and I forgot what it was. I think they're actually going to release a Christmas Vacation set.
Really?
A National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Have you seen that?
I think is that the car?
Chevy Chase.
Did the car. But I mean, they made it like the car, like the Volkswagen, right, or whatever.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, no, they
station wagon.
Yes, a
right?
station wagon.
It's a station wagon.
Yeah,
okay.
but the house too. They have the house with the camper.
See that.
Yeah, you have to watch it. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation with Chevy Chase.
I've seen the movie.
Okay.
I haven't seen the Lego set though.
Oh, well, they're going to come out with it, I hope.
That's
hopefully
super cool.
Soon. That's what I've seen. That's what I've seen.
That's awesome. I know they did Pokemon now. I see like what we're all geeking out about Legos. I know they did Pokemon.
I know.
So.
I knew this was gonna end. I knew this is eventually gonna go into Lego talk. I'm telling you, Legos are great. I mean, honestly, you can have a date. If I invited like a girl, I'd be like, oh, let's build some Lego sets. Like, why not? It's honestly great. That's probably a great first date. I think that's honestly now that I think about it, get a couple Lego sets,
open it up.
Yeah,
there you go.
So I don't know. We got sidetracked. So I have one of my friends. But she's always like, oh, I have Apple Pay whenever we go out, and I'm just like thinking to myself, I was thinking about your book, and I was like, I feel like this is actually
So if you look at it and you did all like assets in the world, right? And it's hard to like equate because like some stuff, I mean, you can't really give a value on it, or it hasn't been appraised or whatever.
Yeah.
But there's just not enough cash. So like if you were to liquefy everything, then they have to print money, which makes sense. But to me, it's like, that's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, that is interesting. Now that I think about it. Oh, man. I keep thinking more and more about it, and I'm like,
there's some weird
stuff
going on. There's some real weird stuff going on with like some investment groups and some venture capitalist groups. Yeah. It's just like I don't want to say like it's just weird for the American public, because you have like private institutions literally printing money just as a byproduct of how everything's set up now.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It is very strange.
It's not good for the American people.
Oh, you know what? Back to Legos. Did you know about that they have a Lego Stranger Things house out right now? The Real House. Have you ever seen Stranger Things?
No, I've never seen it.
Well, this is a great way
I've never seen
go right
Stranger
into this topic here. So Stranger Things is so awesome. I think it's cool. Anthony, have you seen it? Stranger Things? No? You guys got to watch this. I'm telling you, it's fantastic.
I haven't seen it.
So
I know it just finished.
It is about
like the last episode.
It did. Yeah, and I watched it. And for those of you who know the finale, but
I don't even know.
No, I know. So Stranger Things is essentially about the Montauk Project. So it's based off of that. The Duffer Brothers are two directors, and they came together and they wrote a story about there's just so much behind it. I mean, if you look up the Montauk Project, but it's all based off of Camp Hero and about how they used to do. Yeah. Are you familiar with?
Very familiar.
Yeah, so it's
very familiar.
They based the entire show off of Camp Hero. So Hawkins, Indiana is supposed to be Montauk, New York.
Okay.
And every single time I go out there, I make sure I take a picture next to like that big like satellite dish that's out there.
Yeah.
But Stranger Things is such a season 1 was phenomenal. Season 2 was okay. Season 3 phenomenal. Season 4 awesome, and season 5, I'll leave that up to you guys to decide. But it's definitely an awesome show, and I really strongly suggest
I'll definitely check it out. I know Camp Hero, like the project there with the Army, and I guess the CIA too, right? Was the CIA involved with it?
Yeah,
or OSS.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
what it was, right?
Yeah,
OSS. But for CIA. But I know they did like, isn't it like what's it called? It's like the viewing, right? You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like, whatever it's called. It's like viewing I forget the term of it.
I can't even think of it either.
It's but anyway, it's like viewing stuff like kind of like out of body experience.
Yeah.
Right? And then they talked about like telepathy, and I think there was like people saying about time travel.
Yeah, time travel and all that
mind
stuff.
control experiments, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Crazy.
essentially that show like surrounds all of that and covers all those topics.
Yeah, I
which
don't
is
know
crazy.
how much I believe in the time travel or the
Yeah,
whole conspiracies.
I
but-
don't either. Yeah, I don't either. I'm not too big into that stuff.
But I mean, if you did, we'd never know.
It's true. It is true. It is true. And that show though, I'm telling you, like, for some reason, it's so cool because we have so much history and stuff
Yeah.
and stories
Just
on
on
this
Long Island.
island. Just on Long Island. I mean, look where we were in Oyster Bay the other day.
Yeah.
Theodore Roosevelt's home.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
No, it's
Crazy.
really something. And Suffolk 250.
Mhm.
There's all these celebrations for the 250 years
That's right.
anniversary of,
Oh, yeah.
of America. Squaw.
Yeah,
We'll
which
add
is
in the
awesome.
eagle.
Oh,
Anthony,
yeah.
can you add in the
We
eagle?
can add it.
There you go.
We'll add it. Eagle
When I say
sound.
America.
Squaw.
But there's a lot of history on Long Island.
Yeah.
Like and also too, like if you go out east long enough, like for the folks in Nassau listening to your show, if you go out east, I know I have a lot of friends in Nassau. Not too many people go out east that much, you know. You know what I mean? It's like an ongoing joke I have with them. But George Washington was literally everywhere.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's like a sign every 10 feet.
You know, it's funny that you mentioned Nassau County. Let's talk Bruce Blakeman.
Yeah,
let's
talk
talk
Bruce.
Executive
Let's
Bruce
talk
Blakeman. Bruce Blakeman is running for governor, and he has my full and total support. And Bruce, if you are watching this right now, I want to have you on my show. I want to talk to you about you running for governor, and let's talk about how you're going to succeed and you're going to beat Kathy Hochul, because I think you're going to blow her out of the water.
I think Bruce Blakeman can win. Suffolk County's behind him.
Yep.
The Suffolk County GOP's behind him. I know that. I heard the county executive. I think he said it best. There's an SOS symbol up for everybody listening. There's an SOS symbol. You know what that is? Save our state.
That's right.
As the county executive here in Suffolk County said. And I think, it is time for a change. It's far time for a change. And Bruce Blakeman is the candidate that's endorsed by the Republican Party, as everyone knows. And he's going to win.
Yeah.
He's going to win. I had the privilege of meeting him a few times, actually.
And you met him 2 days ago.
Yeah, I met him 2 days ago. I was at the Conservative Party's winter holiday event. So I was there. And that's always a good, thing to see, see everybody, meet some people.
Yeah.
But also, support the Republican Party, support the Conservative Party. And just show your support for the for government and for leaders that are going to bring a positive change to New Yorkers, not just here in Long Island, but everywhere. But we are the spearhead for that.
Yeah.
I think we are. And I was up in Albany. I don't think you know this about me. So I went to school at Siena. And I worked for Senator George Borrello. Mm-hmm. You could definitely interview him. He's a great guy.
Oh, yeah?
George Borrello, Senator George Borrello. He's a good Republican guy. I think he'd love to come on this show.
Oh, that'd be
without
awesome.
a doubt.
Yeah, I'd love to have him on.
Yeah, he's a great guy. But I was up in Albany, and when you look at the numbers, it's true. Long Island's like the ATM for Albany. And, the taxation from the current party in charge and the current leaders in charge and the governor currently, it's just way too much.
Yeah.
I think if you do the math on like the average salary, you work for free for 2.5 months.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
scary,
Yeah,
right?
that is
Isn't
kind of
that
scary. That is pretty scary.
And it's like where's the money going?
Yeah.
To?
That is a great
Where's
question.
it going?
And you know what, too? Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if I have this. But I'm pretty sure that Kathy Hochul is not allowing the no tax on tip regulation to pass in New York State.
So I think I honestly I can't tell you where it is right now. I saw two things. I know that when the president did it, they were like, "Oh no, we're not going to do it," and they like threw their hands up in the air. And then when they're like, "Oh, we could actually like do something to make ourselves look good,"
Yeah.
I think they eventually flipped. But I think she's not allowing it anymore. I don't know for sure on that.
I don't know either. We got to
Whatever I
figure
read.
it out. But
I think if you want my prediction, kind of like from a political scientist view, I'll use my Siena skills. I think Antonio Delgado
Mm-hmm.
is going to win the primary for the Democrats.
Really?
I honestly think it's going to be like an upset
Wow.
in the Democratic Party. I think he'll win. I don't think she'll concede in the general election.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there could be an independent candidate. You know, maybe Cuomo will throw his hat in the race to
Wow.
run for governor. And if that happens, I think you'll have this three-way split
Yeah.
with the Democratic vote.
Yeah.
And then it will go to the Republican favor
Yeah.
because of just the ratio.
It's true.
Because Lee Zeldin, who you've met, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. I know Lee. I used to help him with a couple of different campaigns, and also he was very closely associated with Master Beach Ambulance when I was assistant chief over there. So I
Yeah.
used to see him all the time when he was
Very nice
congressman.
guy.
Great guy, great family.
Cares about Suffolk a lot.
Yep, he cares a lot about Suffolk, and he is doing an excellent job as the EPA administrator right now. I think he's doing really, really
definitely.
good.
No,
It's
definitely
amazing
think he
from
is.
congressman to EPA administrator on the cabinet.
Yep.
I think that's so cool. I really do.
But when he ran for governor, I was up. With
Oh, me too.
With the college Republicans club,
Oh, yeah.
watching it till like 2 a.m. We had it like on this big screen. And we're
First
like,
responders for Zeldin.
that's right.
Yep.
That's right.
Yeah.
But we were watching it till like 2 a.m.
Mhm.
And I kid you not, I was like, oh, Zeldin, he could get it. And I think Hudson Valley's votes were being tallied
Mhm.
right when it came in, and he just lost.
Yeah.
And if I remember the number right, it was like 360,000 votes or something. It was so. It was like, like percentage-wise points, it wasn't as much as you would think for a mainly Democratic state on the state level, Democratic
Yeah.
Party vote. But yeah, no, I mean he kind of set the stage up, and I think Suffolk's behind him, Nassau's behind him, so it's just the rest of New York now.
Yeah.
But I mean with us, I mean you're already looking at there's 1.5 million people here. I don't know how many people are eligible to vote, but.
Yeah, I don't know either.
That's a large amount of people.
But I think
You don't need New York to win.
No, you don't.
You don't.
But I
York
definitely
City.
think Blakeman is gonna take this. We have to back him 100%, and we have to get everybody out there. First responders for Blakeman, like I said, has my complete and total endorsement, and we gotta win this. We gotta get Kathy Hochul out. It's time for change.
It's time for change, yeah. And if I really love that when the county executive said SOS
Yep.
when he was talking at an event, kind of like save our state.
Yeah.
I think that should be. And if you're listening, Bruce Blakeman, I'd love to help you out with your campaign. I think that should be the marketing brand.
Yeah.
SOS.
Yeah, SOS.
Right?
It's true.
SOS.
Save
Throw
our
up
state.
the SOS.
Yeah. Maybe right now it's
SOS.
generated on this show by Tim. Seriously, it might be.
Hashtag SOS.
Yeah.
Save our state.
We really need to, and it's imperative that we get him.
Yeah,
in. It really
definitely.
is. It really is. I would think so.
Yep.
So tell me, my friend, what do you want to do with your future?
Me, well, right now I'm working for Suffolk County. Did this nice book, so I'm promoting the book. I'd really love to, I'm gonna see where things take me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm kind of like I'm in the learning stage right now, and I'm kind of seeing where things go.
Yeah.
So
Listen,
I'm
that's
just happy to
fantastic,
be
dude.
here. Happy to get involved in politics. Happy to get involved in government.
It's a
and,
great industry, dude. And you know me, I just got involved too. That day that I met you was my first time at headquarters.
Yeah.
So it's a great thing to be a part of. I mean, in Suffolk County and
we need more
town
young
of Brookhaven.
people.
Oh,
we always
yeah.
need more young people.
100%.
We'll never have enough.
Yeah.
If we have everyone in Suffolk that's a young person, we'll always get like more.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what I mean?
Oh,
we
yeah.
always need more.
Yeah.
So I think like we're definitely going to be like we are the future of Suffolk County,
I agree.
and I know there's a lot of people that know that. So it's essential for us to get involved, support candidates that have shared ideology, that stand for God, country, family.
Yeah, man. Amen.
And also, like, if it's your money, taxation. I love this because on both sides, right? But from
Right.
an academic view and kind of like in early America, people are always like, taxation's theft. Like, no matter what, like, taxation's theft. But it's like taxation is the lifeblood of liberty because with it, you fund the army, you fund, emergency preparation services, emergency services, and essential government work. So it's just overtaxation that's the problem, where it's wasteful. And if you don't like wasteful spending, you vote Republican.
It's true. It's
You
it's
know,
just
it's
this
true.
is the common sense party.
Yeah.
It really is the common sense party. That's what I stand on. That's what the show stands on. It's common sense. A lot of people have not operated with common sense, and it's time to get back to it. It's time to bring it back in this nation. It's time to bring it back in this state. Save our state.
Save our state.
It's common
SOS.
sense. SOS. It's common sense.
And there's this
SOS is common sense.
SOS is common sense. There we go. You heard it here first.
Yeah.
But there's this sentiment. There's a lot of people, and up in colleges, if they say, "Oh, you're a Republican," there's this big sentiment that's like, "You're a bad person," and that is totally not true.
No, not even in the slightest.
And they forget the Republican Party is relatively new.
Yeah.
The first presidential candidate was Lincoln.
Mhm.
This is the party of Lincoln to stop slavery in the United States.
Yeah.
It's a no-brainer.
It really should be a no-brainer. Unfortunately, people, though, they look past it.
Yeah.
And they see what as Trump would say, fake news media. They see what the fake news media portrays. And it's a lot of essentially stirring the pot by the fake news media. CNN is the worst. CNN is terrible. CNN, if anybody from CNN is watching, I think you're terrible. I think you're awful. I can't stand CNN. I can't.
I think there's a lot of fake news going around.
Yeah.
Certain stuff. And I think a lot of the time it's not even like some of it's like not even on purpose though. I think it's just their own bias. Like writing this and doing a thesis and stuff, they're always like, no matter what, you'll have a slight bias. No matter what, even if you're like 100% impartial, it's just like your ideology will come through. But I mean, there are stuff that's just like blatantly fake.
Oh yeah,
and that's totally wrong.
Yeah,
like,
it's terrible.
No matter who does it, it's just wrong.
And always
Can't
camera
lie.
angles
You should
too.
never lie.
You see different camera angles and stuff like that where people are like only showing one side of what's actually happening. It's a problem, and it gives a false perspective of how the story actually went, and they do it because they want to boost their agenda essentially.
Yeah, it's all about clicks. But I always think too, like I took some law classes up at Siena, and I think essentially, no matter what your ideology is, you should always be a skeptic at first, take in all the information, all the angles, and then try your best to make the most unbiased opinion for
100%,
So
absolutely.
if that was we could have a utopia if nobody.
It's true.
If nobody lied, and nobody spread false information, and if you just like before you saw something that gets an emotional reaction, you take in all the information, facts. And funny enough, you don't know this about me, but I'm related to a New York State senator.
Really? Who?
Daniel Patrick Moynihan.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
Like Moynihan Train Hall, ambassador to the United Nations, ambassador to India. He was labor secretary for Nixon.
Get out of here.
He was a Democrat, but don't hold it against me. It was
No,
when the
I'm
Democrats
not going to hold it against you.
It was a different party back then than what it is now.
That's
anyone that knows
awesome.
me knows I love Kennedy. I
Oh, yeah.
love John F. Kennedy's
Oh yeah,
legacy.
no. Listen, I think Kennedy's great too.
Not everything, but yeah, no, yeah. But he
Wow.
was the one that made the facts don't care about your feelings. It was
Wow.
Moynihan. It was
Wow.
Moynihan.
I had no clue. That's so cool, dude.
Yeah. So a little family history there, but something just really funny is because you see it on other shows where they're like, facts don't care about your feelings. I think Ben Shapiro's the guy that says facts don't care about your feelings a lot.
Yeah.
But that was my cousin.
Wow. Wow, that's awesome. I didn't know that.
Yeah. He was
That's
like
so
the first
cool,
one
dude.
to say it, although probably Socrates. But
Wow. That's fantastic, dude.
Yeah.
All right, well, I think that's it
Perfect.
for our show today.
All
We
right.
got a lot done. We talked about a lot of good stuff today.
if you haven't subscribed,
Oh,
or
yeah.
followed the American Frontline podcast, do it right now. Go to your phone. It takes 2 seconds. It costs you nothing, and you get to see this guy talk about excellent current events, politics, and just have a good time.
Thanks so much, dude. And
Of
if
course,
you have
thank you.
not purchased this yet, Central Bank Digital Currencies by Mr. Tim Nigro. This book is fantastic, and I strongly suggest. I'm going to finish it tonight, to be honest with you. But
Honestly,
from
yeah.
what I've read so
Appreciate
far,
it.
it's great. I'm not even just saying that
And
because
it's
you're
easy
sitting
to
here. It really
digest,
is.
right?
It is
I
easy
love
to
getting
digest.
feedback.
It really is.
I love it.
So, listen, thank you so much
Thank you,
for
sir.
being on the show today.
Thanks for having me.
No problem. This
Can't
is
wait
the
to see where
American-
this goes.
Exactly, dude.
When you're on Fox News.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Fox News. Fox News is really good. This is the American Frontline Podcast. I'm TJ Falah. Take care of yourself, guys. Thanks. The greatest nation on earth, America. We have the most amazing people that put their faith and this nation above all. The American Frontline podcast has special guests such as our military, first responders, and local elected officials to speak about how they continue to support the nation we all love and live in. Welcome to the American Frontline podcast with TJ Falah, proudly sponsored by FireNews.com.